Hi, my name is Naomi, and I'm the creator of 2 and or 4. I don't know if this is going to be just one video or I may have to break it up, but it is the making of my craft table, which I started actually a year ago. And then not that long after I started, I lost both of my pugs 5 weeks apart, and I was just devastated. And I put the project on hold. I just could not handle it. So in some of the beginning videos, like when I was building the Kallax units, you will see Boo in it, and he was just always with me. So at any rate, I have pretty much finished the project, except I have not decided what kind of top I want on my table. So I just did one out of birch plywood, which I just finished, and you'll see that. And that will do for now, because honestly, my table is covered pretty much, I'd say 90% with my cutting mat. All right, so that's what I wanted you to know. If you're not subscribed, I would appreciate if you subscribe. And if you like the video or videos, please give them a thumbs up. Thank you. So I'm going to be making this fabric cutting table using some Kallax units, as well as a unit that I'm going to make, this end unit here. And that's just so that I can have somewhere to put both my silhouette and my Cricut maker. And I don't use them frequently, so I don't need to have them out taking up counter space. Now the dimensions may change a bit depending on the decision I make onto what countertop I'm going to use. There is a countertop that I like that is 39 by 72 right now. I only have this set for 36 inches wide, but I may modify that, in which case I'm going to build a unit to go in the middle, and it's just going to be a narrow unit, so that because there's a reason I have these back to back, and so I'm trying to decide if I want to do that. Before I can even start building any of the Kallax, I'm going to have to empty everything that's under here. And this is one of the reasons I want to make this unit, is I am tired of the piles. So I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to clear everything out, and then we will start building the Kallax units. So I've cleared off the top of my current existing cutting table, and I've also just wiped down my mat. I do have another piece of this mat. It goes to 6 feet, but I've never been able to use it because the cutting table that I currently have only goes to 5 feet. So I'm going to clean this up. I just used some baby wipes to clean the mat and the table. All right, so that's one of the 2 units, one of the 4x2 Kallax units, and so it'll be 4 across, 2 high. There will be a platform that we have to build, and the wheels will connect to the platform, and the Kallax units will sit on top of the platform in order to raise it up some. But first I want to see whether I want to use the full width of that board, of the counter board, or whether I want to keep it compact where the two units are back to back the way I originally planned. So we'll see. And I can't have the board cut until I know what size I need. All right. All right, we're gonna lay out the pieces. This is one of the inside panels. There's another inside panel, and you can tell because they're thinner than the side panels. Now these are hollows, so you have to be careful. This is one of the sides. Put it there. One of the short sides. I'll have to find. Okay. Those are the shelves. Okay. This is one of the other side panels. And the top and bottom will be the long panels. All right. And here's the other one. Okay. They both look fine. All right, here are the instructions. All right. So one is take one of the long panels and one of the side panels. And we're going to lay out our hardware. One of the side panels. So they have made an indentation so that you can, when you put the screw in, I'm just having it come out very slightly on the other side so I can line it up. That's maybe too much. All right. So stand that up. That edge. Yeah, that's fine. So I've decided that I'm going to come in 1/4 inch just to give myself a little more room. I don't like how close to the edge the screw would end up being to the plywood, and I don't want to take any chances with cracking it or making it split or whatever. So just 1/4 inch should be enough, and it doesn't affect the ability of me to get to the brakes on the casters. So that's what I'm going to kind of do, and I'm going to figure out the spacing between the casters. All right, so I've made sure that the molding that I'm going to put around the edge is not going to get in the way of the brakes on this. Now this might be overkill, but because I'm not sure how much weight this is really going to end up having to carry, and I do know that if I go with the top that I'm thinking of going with, that is 65 pounds by itself. So I want to make sure that I can support the weight that's going to end up in this unit. So now that I figured out the spacing of it, I am going to mark the holes so that I can start drilling them to put the casters on. Meet the glasses. Make sure that it's nice and straight. Okay. And okay. And then I will target the middle. And we'll see how it goes. I will be pre-drilling the holes. So this is a depth collar, and I've set it so that it doesn't go through my 3/4 inch plywood. All right, all of the wheels are on. All right, so at the two shorter ends are the locking wheels, and then in the center are the wheels that do not have the brakes on them, obviously, because I can't get to them. And but they all completely swivel. My next step is I'm going to put trim on the edges, and that's going to serve two purposes. Purpose one will be to hide the unfinished edge, and purpose two will be to hold the Kallax unit in so it doesn't fall off. And then in the back of it, I'm going to have some stop molding, which will prevent it from sliding back. So it'll help it stay in place. So I cut all the molding using my miter saw, and I had bought primed molding only because it was actually 20 cents cheaper per linear foot than unprimed. And now I'm going to use just some bare paint from Home Depot in white in satin finish. And I'm going to lightly sand and then paint. So I decided I'm going to go ahead and put this on before I paint it, because this way I can fill the little nail holes and the ends where the miters will join, which probably in my case will not be perfect. So this way I can fill them and before I paint. So I'm just using this brad nailer that I have, and just holding the edge, and every couple of inches putting in a nail. I will take this nail punch and I will sink the nail head so that when I put putty over it, it'll fill it and you won't see the nail heads. So I am going to use just some wood filler to fill in the holes where I just drilled a little too far. It's not going to be a big deal. Also, I'm going to use it. Let's see if I can get it to focus on the nail holes. I mean, they're just tiny little things. And then I'm going to let it dry. I'll do a light sanding and then I'm going to paint. And I do apologize for the noise. They're cutting trees. So I'm going to sand with a 150 first to just get the parts that shouldn't be there, and then I will sand with a 220 grit. So I've put the first coat of paint on it, and honestly, I really only have to maybe paint the middle one more time, because the sides are going to be covered by the Kallax units and the DIY bookcase unit, so they're never going to be seen. I only painted it at all just in case there's a little sliver of it that shows. So that was part one, in which I actually built the Kallax units and made the base for it. Part two will be putting it together and revealing what the final results of this was. So I hope you will watch part two. It should be available in a day or so. And if you like what you see, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, I would appreciate your subscribing. Again, my name's Naomi, and I'm the creator of 2 and or 4. Everyone, have a great day.